Hey, I'm Jerry from PressureWasher.net, Sirocco Vacuums and Bulldog Pro Pressure Washers. This is an example of the hot seller in a big pressure washer. This is another 8-gallon a minute, 4,000 PSI pressure washer with a real engine that can give the real horsepower and the real 8 gallons a minute, not a maybe close. This is 8.0 gallons a minute, real 4,000 PSI. Actually, we're running this one at 3,600 because it has the special request Udor pump, but let's take a closer look here. So again, this is the fuel injected Kohler. We love Kohler engines. They're super reliable. They've got the fuel injection, of course, is a huge fuel savings. We love the way these things work. With a reliable charging system, we've got a reliable engine system, and with a 25 to 30% fuel savings. That's great stuff. But anyway, this nice engine that's going to live for years and years and years, and a bulletproof and tight configuration like it is. The footprint is only about 20 inches by 23 inches. It's just under 40 inches tall. So this could even go on a flatbed truck and, barely be cab high. Okay. There's also a version of the heater that's 40 inches high. That's the 46-inch high version is the 20-inch, which will get the water up to about 180. But this one that's 52 inches tall, it can get the water up to 195 degrees very nicely. So almost 200 degrees, full flow, okay? Anyway, this one has the hour meter on it, and yes, on your fuel injected versions, you have to tie a wire to both spark plugs in order for the hour meter to read correctly for engine RPMs. But hey, it is what it is. Connecting it properly and making it usable and being able to have the indicators that you need for servicing these machines keeps them long-term low cost. Speaking of long-term low cost, we've set this up for reliability in more ways. We put an external fuel pump on this baby so that you can have your fuel tank anywhere you want. It can draw the fuel from underneath the bed of a truck, from a belly tank, or from 15 feet away on the other end of a trailer. We can draw fuel anywhere you want with this booster fuel pump. It runs right off the ignition, no problem. Again, I mentioned this is only 40 inches tall. That includes the vibration isolators that it'll come with. It'll have nice, big, beefy vibration isolators that'll go underneath here. And there's a package of grade 8 bolts that hold this thing down. So anything that you bolt down that comes from us using our hardware, it's going to stay put. All right. This has the larger muffler system to keep it nice and quiet. We've got a triple belt system on this unit using the 5VX type belts, which are the tallest, beefiest cogged version belts available. This baby's going to live a long time and be reliable. You don't have to take the belt guard off to change the belts. This has got that swing arm that we've been using for the past several years. Super easy to change the belts in 10 minutes. We've put great big beefy battery cables on this so this guy can run a battery remotely, connect to the battery on his other equipment on the trailer in this case. And we've also accommodated the wires for the fuel pump. Now this guy also, I want to bring your attention to the plumbing because it is an 8-gallon a minute pump and we want it to be long-term low cost. We've got dual feed. These are 1-inch dual feed coming from 1.25 feed line. So you'll go from your water tank to a 1.25 high capacity filter, and then a connect hose going here. Now we also recommend a garden hose fitting somewhere in between the line so you can pressurize between the shutoff valve on your water tank to the inlet of the pump and find any leaks that you might have for fast troubleshooting in the future. This guy's going to have one of those in the box when he receives this, so he can, on a whim, pressurize the inlet side of the pump. Also, while we're over here on this side of the heater, I want to bring your attention to more of the things that we do for long-term low cost. First of all, to deliver the performance of 8 gallons a minute, this is a 3/4 inch coil. It's got a 1/2 inch hose going from the pump to the heater. So the connect hose is going to be half-inch inside diameter, so there's minimum restriction to flow. Speaking of restriction to flow, we're using the 8 to 10 gallon a minute rated flow switch. So again, going into this 3/4 inch heater, we've got nice big open flow. We've got a redundant pressure relief valve on the pump and on the heater. We've got the redundant temperature controls. So you've got adjustable temperature control to 250 degrees on the outlet and 140 degree temperature limit on the inlet. So if no water's flowing for some reason, like a flow switch failure, we still can't blow up a coil because we've got the 140 right here next to the fire that's going to trip this thing off on a whim. These are absolutely state-of-the-art reliable equipment, or I'm not building them. We use the beefiest fittings. We put temperature gauges on the outlet of our heaters now, so you've got truth indicator on what it's actually putting out. We've always put fuel pressure gauges on the fuel pump, and now we're also using, of course, the troubleshooting indicators on the heater system. So troubleshooting takes minutes. There's 3 indicators along with the fuel pump pressure gauge that give us super easy troubleshooting. We can troubleshoot this thing in 5 minutes over the phone. Guys, this is state of the art. Why would you want to do anything less? This is long-term low cost, and when we say long-term low cost, I was reminded again earlier today that we've got machines out there that are 25 and even 30 years old, still cranking out. Some of them with the original heater coils. We make long-term low cost, the best of long-term low cost. Go to pressurewasher.net, check us out a little closer, call us on a whim.